Can you share with us an example of something that the consortium has achieved, and then give us an example of something that that is a current challenge that the consortium is working to deal with?
In terms of achievements, we set out to create a system for measurement and reporting on sustainability impacts for consumer goods, and we've got a really good start on that. The system we've created is grounded in science. It's multi-stakeholder, so we engage a lot of different perspectives in gathering information, all of which is ultimately vetted against the best available scientific evidence that's out there. It's translated into language that business decision makers can understand, and is further translated into performance indicators, so companies that want to use this as a metric can use the systems we're developing as metrics.
And so if a company wanted to use the system that you've been developing, is it ready to use, or it's in process?
It's being used by Walmart right now.
And how would they connect with that system and be able to incorporate
so the membership is a part of that at the moment anyway, and the easiest method of use would be using the performance indicators we've developed to understand how your suppliers are performing for those product categories that we've developed KPIs for. We also, very importantly, not all companies, not all retailers or suppliers are interested in evaluating their own suppliers so much as understanding what the issues are for the product categories they're selling. And so the knowledge products we've created can be used as tools for helping buyers and suppliers understand what the biggest impacts are and some of the best improvement opportunities for the product categories we're developing.
And what categories are you focusing on?
We've developed knowledge products for 100 product categories so far. The selection of the product categories we focus on is an iterative and multivariate process. But in essence, we're looking for high-impact product categories. By high-impact, I mean they have some substantial environmental or social impact at some point in the supply chain.
It will make a difference.
Yes. And then has high volume, so there's enough companies, enough consumers using product that there's some opportunity to actually move the needle.
Right.
And then relevance to our members, basically. So if we've got product categories that are out there that aren't relevant to any of our members, we're less likely to focus on those for obvious reasons.
Right. And what challenge are you taking on right now?
Every daggum thing.
Any particularly large?
Well, so the thing that makes the consortium unique is we are multi-variable, which is or multidimensional. We do things like carbon emissions and water quality and biodiversity and social indicators. And we're multi-sector, so we're not just one industry vertical. We're not just food, we're not just apparel, we're not just home personal care.
A huge scope.
Right, and we're international. I didn't mention, but we're rolling into China here pretty soon as well. So the things that make the consortium unique, and I think make us most exciting, are also each creates complexity and challenge. So try to come up with a system, as an example, that gives you an apples-to-apples comparison of carbon emissions, just as an example, across electronics and textiles and food is challenging in its own right. Partly because those are different supply chains. Some of them are similar, but there's lots of differences. Partly because each of those industries already has its own initiatives going on to try and evaluate those kinds of issues as well. So there are both methodological and social/political challenges that we need to overcome. I must say, and I will hasten to say, that we have always been and will continue to be collaborative in our orientation, so to the degree to which we can collaborate with existing initiatives to develop this kind of harmonized system, we will do it.